Is Caitlin Clark sending a message to Stephanie White, Amber Cox, Kelly Krauskopf, and the Indiana Fever? A message could be being delivered. Many people are speculating with this bold move.
Welcome back to my channel Clarkspective, your go-to source for the biggest stories, significant updates, and the most recent basketball news pertaining to women's basketball. Fans are chatting about a developing tale involving Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever, the New York Liberty, and the WNBA as a whole. There are many unanswered problems, conjectures, and crucial elements to consider. Stay tuned until the very end as we examine the current situation and potential future developments, and participate in the discussion in the comments before we start. It's Clarkspective. Let's begin the story for today. It's officially a catastrophe. The Indiana Fever organization is completely terrified tonight, and the WNBA as a whole has just been thrown into the biggest crisis in women's basketball history. These days, rumors are more than just private murmurs. The top pages have been taken up by them. Caitlin Clark is reportedly about to give up the Indiana Fever. Breaking reports state that Chris DeMarco and the New York Liberty have just stepped in to save the generational talent from what they see to be a toxic, dysfunctional system in Indiana with a massive, amazing multi-million-dollar offer. The startling findings that are coming out of this evolving problem have the WNBA commissioner incensed. This was unanticipated, but considering the total collapse of Caitlin Clark's relationship with her own coaching staff, it makes perfect sense. The system has failed her. The management has deceived her, and now the outcome is happening. The best player the Indiana Fever have ever had could leave the team. If you think this is just a standard trade rumor, you are completely ignorant of the real struggle going on behind the scenes. We'll uncover the New York Liberty's secret multi-million-dollar campaign, the exact reason behind Indiana's front office breakdown, and how this one shocking choice will change the league forever tonight.
SpaghettiOs. Caitlin Clark introducing the Statue of Liberty edition, the New York Liberty edition. I already know you damn near besties with Sabrina. We think you cool with Lexi. No, you go way back with Sabrina. Caitlin Clark could be sending a message to the Indiana Fever. Hey, I might not sign that epic. Y'all pushing everybody else for MVP. Stephanie White is having tantrums every time I shoot the ball. She's falling over herself on the sidelines. I don't have to deal with this. I can go elsewhere. And I think Caitlin Clark should seriously consider going elsewhere.
To completely understand why Caitlin Clark is ready to pack up and go to New York Liberty, you must take into account the continuous, inexcusable betrayal she has endured from her own coaching staff. For months, fans had been appalled as the coaching staff did little but observe. We could see the malicious hits. We could see the clear, fatal fouls. We saw opponents targeting Clark on the floor with the goal to hurt her as her coach sat silently on the bench, refusing to defend the franchise player, call out the league, or speak up for her. But it didn't stop there. The turning point was when the coaching staff benched a completely healthy superstar under the guise of medical management by fabricating illness reports to limit her playing time. It was a well-considered attempt to gain control, but the result was catastrophic. Clark's crew is reportedly fed up with the lies. The level of contempt at the Indiana prison has reached an irrevocable point.
Just has to do better, and we have to invest in those areas. The technology can get better. We can treat the referees a little bit better, pay them like they're full-time employees. I think things like that. And, I think a lot has obviously come after that. And as I've stood up here and said before, like the harassment, the hate, none of that is okay. That goes for the opposing team we play. That goes for my teammates. That goes for my coaches. There should never be a question of character. Like I've always stood up here and said that, and that's truly what I believe. That's how I was raised. So, none of that is okay, and I don't want anybody to ever experience that. I think it can be really frustrating to me at times, and I think it's difficult. I think a lot of people sometimes think I'm a robot. I'm not a robot. I have emotions. I have feelings, and it can be really difficult to go through a lot of that. And, I'm 24 years old trying to navigate a lot. And I think at times I've been in this world for 4 years now, and you would never change any of it. But there are times that it is hard, and there are times that, it probably affects me a little bit more than I do put on. And, I would never change any of that for the world. But I think it's important that people do remember that part of it too. So
if you treat a generational talent like a liability, you can't expect her to stick with a jersey. The coaching staff destroyed the team's future rather than crushing her spirit and subduing her. And that's exactly where Chris DeMarco and the New York Liberty exploit the chaos. The New York Liberty Group claims that there is blood in the water. After seeing a badly managed superstar deliberately undercut by her own crew, they are making an unprecedented drive to move in. New York is preparing to make a massive, historic trading offer and financing package that will completely reset the market, according to sources with knowledge of the situation. The whole basketball community took note when Chris DeMarco made unexpected, subtle comments about Caitlin Clark. The New York Liberty are ready to deliver the better coaching, protection, and market size that Indiana Fever completely failed to provide, he informed the league. The business logic is flawless, but the drama is amazing. Insiders claim that after seeing the tragedy in Indiana and realizing that a major shift in power is about to occur, other well-known individuals like Sophie Cunningham are now being included in the conversation. More than just a player is what the New York Liberty are searching for. They want to have complete influence over the WNBA's future. Additionally, their most effective tactic is the Indiana Fever's incompetent coaching.
We have to get to this. Shout out to ESP Ben, because he broke down the fact that Caitlin is still being targeted and she's still not getting any calls from the referees, like at all. Like at all. It's really, really bad what's going on. And it's almost like Kathy's not, she's dropped the ball. We know she's dropped the ball. She's getting nothing done when it comes to this. Take a look at this here. Let me refresh this and we can get it going. Okay.
To her throat for the third straight game. She was out of rhythm because they hit her and fouled her this entire game. I got proof of everything. Watch this dirty crap. Caitlin Clark was getting hit, held. Shoot, she was getting tackled like a football player.
Yo, that's crazy right there.
The extent of this backroom trickery has angered and completely shocked the WNBA commissioner. It is a nightmare scenario for league headquarters when a star player forces her way off a squad due to internal dishonesty and incompetent coaching. The commissioner is reportedly asking the Indiana Fever front office to respond quickly, citing worries that a coaching staff may alienate the most famous player in the sport by themselves. There is currently unbearable pressure on the Indiana Fever's administration. They are caught between an enraged fan base calling for prompt terminations, an enraged league office, and a superstar player who has already psychologically checked out. The coach's time at Indiana is effectively over. Both the brand name and the locker room are ruined. Because they thought they could control Caitlin Clark with odd boundaries and media spin, they ultimately destroyed their own careers.
But the New York Liberty could be in Caitlin Clark's future as she is promoting the New York Liberty Statue of Liberty ones, CC ones.
There will be severe repercussions from this disaster, and time is officially running out. If the Indiana Fever are unable to save this collaboration in the next few days, the multi-million-dollar New York Liberty deal will become inevitable. Egotism, deceit, and inadequate leadership are causing Indiana's Caitlin Clark era to fall apart. In a desperate bid to persuade Clark to stay, will the front office try to fire every member of the coaching staff?
You know, the Indiana Fever, they're not honest about any injuries ever. So, we can't necessarily look for transparency through them at all. It's just, it'd be a complete waste of time to look for transparency through the Indiana Fever's organization when it comes down to the injury of Aaliyah Boston. So,
or is it too late to stop the New York Liberty from controlling the league? Now that the drama has peaked, the sports world will never be the same. One thing is getting harder to ignore as this amazing story goes on. A new era of intense anticipation, uncertainty, and constant discussion is about to begin in the world of professional basketball. Fans all across the world appear to be captivated by a fresh headline, article, rumor, or discussion every day. There is no doubting that the level of excitement surrounding these happenings has reached unprecedented heights, regardless of whether you are a devoted fan of Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever, the New York Liberty, or just someone who enjoys basketball. Discussions on social media, sports programs, podcasts, and fan forums demonstrate how much people care about the league's future and the players who are shaping it. Everyone appears to have a different idea about what might happen next, which is what makes this situation so intriguing. Some supporters think that the most crucial elements in creating a team capable of winning a championship are consistency and patience. Others think that in order to build a successful future, audacious choices and significant adjustments are occasionally required. Almost everyone can agree on one point, regardless of which side of the argument they are on. The WNBA has grown remarkably, and its top performers continue to garner unprecedented attention. Because of the fervor of the supporters, the athletes' commitment, and the league's growing prominence, every significant story has become a national conversation starter. Sports have always been about more than just victories and losses, which is why these conversations are important. Competition, ambition, teamwork, leadership, and the quest for excellence are all important to sports. Fans identify with athletes and teams because they witness tenacity, fortitude, and diligence. Every game has value and a captivating plot because of this emotional connection. People naturally become invested in the outcome of significant events featuring well-known athletes because they have a strong concern for the players' and teams' futures. However, it's crucial to keep in mind that rumors, hearsay, and conjecture are all a part of today's sports environment. There will always be queries, arguments, and varying interpretations of the facts available until formal announcements are made. One of the reasons sports conversations are still so interesting is because of this unpredictability. Fans enjoy speculating about potential outcomes, analyzing options, and discussing their thoughts with other game enthusiasts. Every discussion adds a new dimension to the narrative, and every viewpoint heightens the anticipation of what might occur next. We would like to hear from you now. In today's basketball scene, what do you consider to be the most crucial element in creating a winning team? Do you think the most important factor is organizational culture? Is the secret to long-term success superior coaching? Or do elite athletes have the biggest influence on how a team develops? These discussions are fascinating because there are so many diverse points of view. Tell us what you think in the space provided for comments below. Every day, we read your comments, and some of the best conversations on this channel originate from viewers who contribute their own opinions and insights. Please use the like button to show your support for the channel if you appreciated this video and value the work that goes into providing you with the most recent basketball discussions, analysis, and updates. Even though it might seem insignificant, increasing the number of basketball aficionados who find our content makes a significant impact. Additionally, if you're new here, remember to subscribe and enable all notifications so you won't miss any upcoming uploads. The greatest headlines, the most heated arguments, and the most thrilling advancements from the basketball world are all continuously covered by us. And we would be delighted to have you join this expanding community. Don't forget to forward this video to your loved ones, friends, and fellow basketball enthusiasts. These conversations get more lively and interesting the more participants there are. When fans get together to discuss the future of their favorite clubs and players, celebrate memorable moments, and share ideas, sports are always better. Your involvement fosters a community where basketball enthusiasts from all walks of life can bond over their mutual passion for the sport. One thing is certain as we look to the future. There are countless opportunities for basketball in the future. There will be new stars. Fans everywhere will be captivated by fresh narratives and rivalries that emerge. There may still be some of the most thrilling chapters to be written, and the voyage is far from over. Because of this, it is more crucial than ever to be educated, involved, and connected to the discussion. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this entire video. This channel is made possible by your passion, comments, likes, and support. We sincerely thank all of the viewers who watch, participate, and add to the conversation. Continue to support the game, express your thoughts, and take in the amazing world of basketball. We will soon be sending you a ton of fascinating new videos, debates, and updates. Thus, pay attention and keep in touch. Until the next time, be careful, never give up on your love of basketball, and never forget that the next big story can be around the corner. We'll see you in the upcoming video.